accent first?
Oh,
Ooh, that'd be fun.
it would be fun. So, hey, everybody. Yeah, Leanne just voted herself to lose her accent first in the show. So,
and it has nothing to do with alcohol.
so we are actually going to get started at 7:30, but we wanted to get the live stream up and running, so it gives you guys a chance to get settled. So, hang out. We as actors like to do warm-ups and stuff. So we'll be entertaining you with our shenanigans, and we'll get going at 7:30. Hope y'all enjoy.
You live?
Yes, Gary.
I can't find it.
Me neither. I'm still looking.
Okay, great.
You are not alone.
You are not a la 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 la. I was warming up, okay?
Don't make me start singing I Will Never Leave You, Gary.
Oh, please don't leave me. But after tonight, oh my God, my chin.
Oh no, it's so beautiful. We haven't seen it in years.
I don't know that I've ever
People on
seen
this
it.
planet that have never seen it.
Maybe
Like,
I have. I don't know.
I don't think Leighton has seen my chin.
I don't think he has, actually.
This is such a strange conversation.
Your chin. Till now.
How do you, John Thomas? How do you find it?
I'm looking.
Okay. Oh, ETC's page, Gary, not yours. Okay.
Wait till I tell Granny Cat.
Oh my God, I can't figure it out.
Oh, about a minute ago. What's this? Oh, I found it. Oh, we're all so cute.
How did you find it?
Go to ETC's Facebook page,
Okay.
and it shows up as a video that was posted. Like if you go to their, let's see, recent posts.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna watch while you're acting? That is way too many things going on.
No,
Clearly, I'm not because I can't find it.
Guys, saw him. See ya.
I don't see it either.
going downstairs. I've got it. You want me to shut this thing?
Ooh,
Yes.
it's delayed.
It's also telling me
Sharing
how many
it on my
people watching right
page.
now.
It does have a 10-second delay.
I see that.
Man, I have never felt so technologically challenged.
That's how I feel.
Oh, it's a little weird. It says Cody is watching you.
Oh, there we are.
It says with you. Cody is watching with you. That's less freaky.
There's only 4 of us watching.
A little weird. It says Cody is watching you.
That delay, though.
I can't find it.
I still
Can we
can't find it either.
share? Oh,
Can you share it?
yeah,
I
you can
did.
share it
I just
on
did.
your.
I think.
Yeah, you did. I saw.
But Cody posted it in Artists in Social Isolation.
Can you share it? There it is.
Oh, I have to mute this.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Why do we keep hearing all of this?
If somebody's volume on their phone is on.
It's mine.
Okay, I found it because of Taylor's post. So
Just watch us.
yes.
Where is it?
Search on Cody's. He shared it. That's right.
Does it do a?
All right, you young people, I found it. If I can find it, you can find it.
Yeah, if you go on Ensemble Theater of Chattanooga's Facebook page and then literally videos, it should be like right there.
Like the
You have to scroll over to the videos.
Yeah.
Or at least it did on mine.
I didn't scroll.
Here we
All I'm seeing under videos is, well, not this. Various other things, but not this. Interesting. I need to refresh the page.
I'm making it go away. Too
When you
distracted.
guys, when you guys shared it, did it start a watch party on your page?
I don't know.
We're up to 10.
What if I don't want to watch party?
Ah!
What if I don't want to watch the party? Mute your phone.
I did. It's still doing it. I just made it go away completely. Oh,
Yeah,
no, I
I
didn't.
closed it out.
Right. I'm getting
Look
on
at us peeking
now.
through the curtain before the show.
I did all my social media-ing to try to get everybody on board. Everybody who's here, though.
Hey.
Hi. This is my water cup, in case anybody's wondering.
Yeah, right.
No. This is.
Oh, I
the-
might need a water cup, actually, now that you say that.
Oh, I love it.
Thank you.
Ow.
I love that the whole.
Oh, I'm sipping now. I'm
trying
drinking on
to
it now.
figure out technology.
Oh, we have 20. Hello, audience.
Yay!
You know,
25.
I shaved.
Congratulations, 20 people. You found it.
25.
It took 20 minutes to find it.
Oh,
I
we lost
performed
I
for
still
lunch.
haven't found it. I hope none of the people that I told about this ask me where to find it.
All fairness, Joey, you don't even have a Facebook account.
Don't. This is
Oh.
very important to me.
Searching for it.
Huh?
How are you even searching for it if you don't have a Facebook account?
You can still go on the Facebook website and look for it.
Maybe that's why I'm not seeing it, because I don't have an active account.
Gary, are you okay? You're making a face.
There was I did this ring is really small.
Oh,
I forget who can see now. Okay, there we
Is
go.
it stuck?
No. Well,
Not
kind of.
anymore.
It pinches. It's got one of those adjustable doodahs.
Ah,
is it
That's
about
what
that time?
The won't do da.
I have some other ones, but they're on the other side of the room, and if I go over there, you'll see my midriff. So,
All right, so
Act 2.
we're gonna get started because it's 7:30 and Christy Tipton does not like us starting late.
Ooh.
So we've been hearing that for many years, so we are not going to get in trouble today, especially since
Today!
not today. Okay. So, hi Facebook, hi online people, and welcome to the Ensemble Theater of Chattanooga's Drunken Experience, Actors Gone Wild, doing a reading of The Importance of Being Earnest. My name is John Thomas McCecil, and so we're very glad to have you today. And let's see, I guess a little bit of housekeeping. You do not have to mute your cell phones. In fact, that would make it very difficult to watch. So please feel free to post and share and get the word out that we are doing this. Now is the time, since I'm not really saying anything that important. Let's see what else. Share. Also, okay, so you voted before the show, and the role of Lady Bracknell was voted the most to take an extra shot for Act 1. So in this production, Gary Lee Posey is playing Lady Bracknell. So he will be taking the extra shot this act.
Right now.
What?
Right now.
No, not right now.
oh.
Right? Or
We could do it right now because we have a community shot coming up.
Right, we have a community shot. I was going to let you do your second shot right after the community shot.
I only have. Okay.
Yeah. We'll refill you at intermission.
Take care.
But there are 2 brief intermissions. So during Act 1, please comment in the feed for the live stream for which of the rest of us you would like to take an extra shot at the beginning of Act 2. And in regards to the intermissions, we will actually stop the live streaming very briefly to start a new one. So just be aware that you'll have to refresh your browser or refresh the page, that highfalutin technology stuff, and find the new live streaming for the second act. So yeah, I think that's it. You're in the comfort of your own home, practicing social distancing, hopefully. So I also hope that you know where the fire exits are. What else? Yes, 2 in front of you and 2 behind. Okay, I don't really think there's anything else to say, I suppose, right? Okay, so here we go. We are going to introduce ourselves and the roles we'll be playing. So take it away. And what we'll be drinking. Go ahead, Cody.
Me, it's Taylor.
What?
Oh, I'm just kidding. Taylor, go.
Oh, it is me. Hi, everybody. I'm Taylor Williams, and I'll be playing the part of John Worthing or Jack Worthing or Ernest Worthing. And tonight I will be drinking and shooting local Chattanooga whiskey,
Nice.
along with water, because I am somewhat responsible.
I forgot my water.
All right, my name is Cody Cowan. I will be playing the part of Algernon Moncrief, and I will be drinking. I'll be sipping on cherry Smirnoff and Sprite, and that is out of this lovely cow mug. And then I will be shooting 99. I have watermelon and black cherry. There you go.
All right, hi, I'm Joey Tipton. I'll be playing the role of Reverend Canon Chasuble. Today I will be shooting just, it's vodka, right? And I will be sipping on White Russians because I'm classy AF.
Yes.
Why didn't I think of that?
Like Lebowski. All right. So again, my name is John Thomas McCecil, and I will be playing Lane, Algernon's manservant in Act 1, and Merriman, John Worthing's butler in Act 2 and 3. I will be drinking Angry Orchards, and I'll be shooting Fireball whiskey. Gotta love it. And I might be mixing them because I think apple cinnamon tastes like Christmas. So there you go.
All right, I am Gary Posey with the chin that no one has seen, freshly shorn, and I am playing Lady Bracknell. This is not the voice you'll hear. I am shooting in a very fancy cup, Fireball as well, and drinking in a very fancy glass, a 2018 Sauvignon Blanc cupcake, because it's very gay.
Hi, I'm Laurie. I'll be playing Gwendolyn Fairfax, and I will be shooting Di Serono from a very fancy glass. And also I will be drinking this fantastic gin from the St. Augustine Distillery. It's in a lovely tropical fizzy drink.
Hi, I'm Kimberlyn Lacey. I will be playing Cecily Cardew. I am shooting vodka. Don't judge me, it's just a giant bottle. And I will be drinking vodka tonics.
Hey.
I think vodka wins so far.
Yes.
Well, I'm adding to the vodka. I am Leanne Battersby, and I am playing Miss Letitia Prism, and I am drinking also Sauvignon Blanc, but mine's not gay, Gary. I don't know why.
It's called cupcake. That's why mine's gay.
Oh,
But it's frilly, like me, like my shirt. Frilly, like my shirt.
really? And
Yes.
I will be shooting Deep Eddy Ruby Red grapefruit vodka. because I like it.
Awesome. All right, so now you have met the cast. Just a friendly reminder, again, please vote during the show as to who you want to take the extra shot at the beginning of Act 2. And also, use the emojis at the bottom of the screen to give hearts and laughs and thumbs ups during the show. We won't see them, but everyone else will. So, there you go. Please, that would be awesome. Again, thanks for joining us during this trial experiment thing, and we hope you enjoy the show. I think it's that time, everybody. So raise your glass. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh!
Oh,
I gotta do it again.
Yeah, you get one
Yep.
more.
Woo!
Woohoo.
We'll pay you to vote for Gary in
Oh,
every
please
single
don't.
round.
Oh,
ew.
Oh,
Oh,
You gotta
Gary.
shoot it, Gary. You gotta shoot it.
that burns. Woo, hot.
all right. Enjoy the show.
Did you hear what I was playing, Lane?
I didn't think it polite to listen, sir.
Oh, well, I'm sorry for that, for your sake. I don't play accurately. Anyone can play accurately, but I play with a wonderful expression. As far as the piano is concerned, sentiment is my forte. I keep science for life.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and speaking of the science of life, have you got the cucumber sandwiches cut for Lady Bracknell?
Yes, sir.
Oh, by the way, Lane, I see from your book that on Thursday night, when Lord Shoreman and Mr. Worthing were dining with me, 8 bottles of champagne are entered as having been consumed.
Yes, sir. 8 bottles and a pint.
Why is it that at a bachelor's establishment, the servants invariably drink the champagne? I ask merely for information.
I attribute it to the superior quality of the wine. Sir, I have often observed that in married households, the champagne is rarely of a first-rate brand.
Oh, good heavens. Is marriage so demoralizing as that?
I believe it is a very pleasant state, sir. I have had very little experience in it myself up to the present, having been married only once. Well, that was in consequence of a misunderstanding between myself and a young person.
I don't know that I'm much interested in your family life, Lane.
Oh, no, sir. It is not a very interesting subject. I never think of it myself.
Very natural, I'm sure. That will do, Lane. Thank you.
No, thank you, sir.
Lane's views on marriage seem somewhat lax. Really, if the lower orders don't get us a good example, what on earth is the use of them? They seem, as a class, to have absolutely no sense of moral responsibility.
Mr. Ernest Worthing.
How are you, my dear Ernest? What brings you up to town?
Oh, pleasure, pleasure. What else should bring one anywhere? Eating as usual, I see, Algie.
Oh, I believe it is customary in good society to take some slight refreshment at 5 o'clock. Oh, where have you been since Thursday?
In the country.
What on earth do you do there?
When one is in town, one amuses oneself. When one is in the country, one amuses other people. It is excessively boring.
And who are the people you amuse?
Oh, neighbors.
Got nice neighbours in your part of Shropshire?
Oh, perfectly horrid. Never speak to one of them.
How immensely you must amuse them. Oh, by the way, Shropshire is your country, is it not?
Shropshire? Yes, of course. Hello, why all these cups? Why Why cucumber sandwiches? Why such reckless extravagance in one so young? Who is coming to tea?
Oh, merely Aunt Augusta and Gwendolyn.
How perfectly delightful.
Yes, that is all very well. But I'm afraid Aunt Augusta won't quite approve of your being here.
May I ask why?
My dear fellow, the way you flirt with Gwendolyn is perfectly disgraceful. It is almost as bad as the way Gwendolyn flirts with you.
I am in love with Gwendolyn. I have come to town expressly to propose to her.
I thought you had come up for pleasure. I call that business.
How utterly unromantic you are.
Oh, I really don't see anything romantic in proposing. It is very romantic to be in love, but there is nothing romantic about a definite proposal. Why, one may be accepted. One usually is, I believe. Then the excitement is all over. The very essence of romance is uncertainty. If I ever get married, I certainly try to forget the fact.
I have no doubt about that, dear Algie. The divorce court was specially invented for people whose memories are so curiously constituted.
Oh, there is no speculating on that subject. Divorces are made in heaven. Oh, please don't touch the cucumber sandwiches. They are ordered specially for Aunt Augusta.
Well, you have been eating them all this time.
Well, this is a quite different matter. I am her, she is my aunt. Oh, yeah. Have some bread and butter. The bread and butter is for Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn is devoted to bread and butter.
Oh, and very good bread and butter it is too.
Well, my dear fellow, you need not eat as if you were going to eat it all. You behave as if you were married to her already. You're not married to her already, and I don't think you ever will be.
Why on earth do you say that?
Well, in the first place, girls never marry the men they flirt with. Girls don't think it right.
Oh, that's just nonsense.
It isn't. It's the great truth. It accounts for the extraordinary number of bachelors that one sees all over the place. In the second place, I don't give my consent.
Your consent?
Oh, my dear fellow, Gwendolyn is my first cousin, and before I allow you to marry her, you will have to clear up the whole question of Cecily.
Cecily? What on earth do you mean? What do you mean, Algie, by Cecily? I don't know anyone of the name of Cecily.
Oh, bring me that cigarette case Mr. Worthing left in the smoking room last time he dined here.
Yes, sir.
Do you mean to say you have had my cigarette case all this time? Oh, I wish to goodness you had let me know. I've been writing frantic letters to Scotland Yard about it. It was very nearly offering a large reward.
Well, I wish you would offer one. I happen to be more than usually hard up.
Well, there's no good offering a large reward now that the thing is found.
You know, I think that is rather mean of you, Ernest. I must say. However, it makes no matter, for now that I look at the inscription inside, I find that the thing isn't yours at all.
Of course it's mine. You've seen me with it 100 times, and you have no right whatsoever to read what is written inside. It is a very ungentlemanly thing to read a private cigarette case.
Oh, it is absurd to have a hard and fast rule about what should and should not read. More than half the modern culture depends on what one shouldn't read.
I'm quite aware of the fact, Algie, and I don't propose to discuss modern culture. It isn't the sort of thing one should talk about in private. I simply want my cigarette case back.
Yes, but this isn't your cigarette case. This cigarette case is a present from someone by the name of Cecily. And you said you didn't know anyone by that name.
Well, if you want to know, Cecily happens to be my aunt.
Your aunt?
Yes, charming old lady she is too. Lives in Tunbridge Wells. Just give it back to me, Algie.
Oh, but why does she call herself Little Cecily if she is your aunt and lives in Tunbridge Wells? From Little Cecily with her fondest love.
My dear fellow, what on earth is there in that? Some aunts are tall, some aunts are not tall. That is a matter that surely any aunt may be allowed to decide for herself. You seem to think that every aunt should be exactly like your aunt. That is absurd. For heaven's sake, give me back my cigarette case.
Yes, but why does your aunt call you her uncle? from little Cecily with her fondest love to her dear Uncle Jack. There is no objection, I admit, to an aunt being a small aunt, but why an aunt, no matter what her size may be, should call her own nephew her uncle, I can't quite make out. Besides, your name isn't Jack at all. It is Ernest.
It isn't Ernest. It's Jack.
You have always told me it was Ernest. I've introduced you to everyone as Ernest. You answer to the name of Ernest. You look as if your name was Ernest. You're the most earnest-looking person I ever saw in my life. It is perfectly absurd you're saying that your name isn't Ernest. It's on your cards. Oh, here's one of them. Mr. Ernest Worthing, before the Albany. I'll keep this as proof your name is Ernest if ever you attempt to deny me or Gwendolyn or to anyone else.
Well, my name is Ernest in town and Jack in the country, and the cigarette case was given to me in the country.
Yes, but that does not account for the fact that your small Aunt Cecily, who lives at Tunbridge Wells, calls you her dear uncle. Come, old boy, you had much better have the thing out at once.
My dear Algy, you talk exactly as if you were a dentist. It's very vulgar to talk like a dentist when one isn't a dentist. It produces a false impression.
Well, that is exactly what dentists always do. Now go on, tell me the whole thing. I may mention that I have always suspected you of being a confirmed Bunburyist. Oh, but now I'm quite sure of it.
Bunburyist? What on earth do you mean by a Bunburyist?
Oh, I'll reveal to you the meaning of that incomparable expression as soon as you are kind enough to inform me why you are Ernest in town and Jack in the country.
Well, produce my cigarette case first.
Oh, here it is. Oh, now, produce your explanation, and pray, make it improbable.
My dear fellow, there is nothing improbable about my explanation at all. In fact, it is perfectly ordinary. Old Mr. Thomas Cardew, who adopted me when I was a little boy, made me, in his will, guardian to his granddaughter, Miss Cecily Cardew. Cecily, who addresses me as her uncle from motives of respect that you could not possibly appreciate, lives at my place in the country under the charge of her admiral governess, Miss Prism.
Oh, and where is that place in the country, by the way?
There's nothing to you, dear boy. You're not going to be invited. I may tell you candidly that the place is not in Shropshire.
Oh. I suspected that, my dear fellow. I have Bunburied all over Shropshire on 2 separate occasions. Now, go on. Why are you Ernest in town and Jack in the country?
My dear Algy, I don't know whether you will be able to understand my real motives. You are hardly serious enough. When one is placed in the position of a guardian, one has to adopt a very high moral tone on all subjects. It is one's duty to do so, and as a high moral tone can hardly be said to conduce very much to either one's health or one's happiness. In order to get up to town, I have always pretended to have a younger brother of the name of Earnest, who lives in the Albany and gets into the most dreadful scrapes. That, my dear Algy, is the whole truth, pure and simple.
Oh, the truth is rarely pure and never simple. Modern life would be so tedious if it were either, and modern literature a complete impossibility.
That wouldn't be at all a bad thing.
Oh, literary criticism is not my forte, my dear fellow. Don't try it. You should leave that to the people who haven't been at the university. They do it so well in the daily papers. What you really are is a Bunburyist. I was quite right in saying you were a Bunburyist. You are the most advanced Bunburyist I know.
What on earth do you mean?
You have invented a very useful younger brother called Ernest in order that you may be able to come up to town as often as you like. I have invented an invaluable permanent invalid called Bunbury in order that I may be able to go down into the country whenever I choose. Bunbury is perfectly invaluable. If it wasn't for Bunbury's extraordinary bad health, for instance, I wouldn't be able to dine with you at Willis's tonight, for I have been really engaged to Aunt Augusta for more than a week.
I haven't asked you to dine with me anywhere tonight.
I know. You are absurdly careless about sending out invitations. It is very foolish of you. Nothing annoys people so much as not receiving invitations.
You would much better dine with your Aunt Augusta.
I haven't the smallest intention of doing anything of the kind. To begin with, I dined there on Monday, and once a week is quite enough to dine with one's own relations. In second place, whenever I do dine there, I am always treated as a member of the family and sent down with either no woman or two. In the third place, I know perfectly well whom she will place me with. Next to tonight, she will place me next to Mary Farquhar, who always flirts with her own husband across the dinner table. Now, that is not very pleasant, and indeed, it is not even decent. And the sort of thing is enormously on the increase. The amount of women who, in London, who flirt with their own husbands is perfectly scandalous. It looks so bad. It is simply washing one's clean linen in public. Besides, now that I know you are confirmed Bunburyist, I naturally want to talk to you about Bunburying. Oh, I want to tell you the rules.
I'm not a Bunburyist at all. If Gwendolen accepts me, I'm going to kill my brother. Indeed, I think I'll kill him in any case. Cecily is a little too much interested in him. It is rather a bore. So I'm going to get rid of Ernest, and I strongly advise you do the same with with your invalid friend who has the absurd name.
Oh, nothing will induce me to part with Bunbury, and if you ever get married, which seems to me extremely problematic, you'll be very glad to know Bunbury. A man who marries without knowing Bunbury has a very tedious time of it.
That is nonsense. If I marry a charming girl like Gwendolen, and she is the only girl I ever saw in my life that I would marry, I certainly won't want to know Bunbury.
Well, then your wife will. You don't seem to realize that in married life, 3 is company and 2 is none.
That, my dear friend, is the theory that the corrupt French drama has been propounding for the last 50 years.
Yes, and that the happy English home has proved in half the time.
For heaven's sake, don't try to be cynical. It is perfectly easy to be cynical.
Oh, my dear fellow, it isn't easy to be anything nowadays. There's such a lot of beastly competition about. Oh, that must be Aunt Augusta. Only relatives or creditors ever ring in that Wagnerian manner. Now, if I get her out of the way for 10 minutes so that you can have an opportunity for proposing to Gwendolen, may I dine with you tonight at Willis's?
I suppose so, if you want to.
Oh, yes, but you must be serious about it. I hate people who are not serious about meals. It is so shallow of them.
Lady Bracknell and Miss Fairfax.